Hi guys, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru. Starting a new session. This session is basically on vocabulary. The way we teach vocabulary, this is one of the ways actually. What I'm going to show it to you right now. What happens is that students, many students actually write me a mail or through any medium. They ask me actually that how to improve our vocabulary. I ask them that you have to start from somewhere and you should actually take up the book of Norman Lewis, and by reading that book of Norman Lewis you can start reading the vocabulary, because the vocabulary that way is going to be pretty easy for you. But when they look at this book, the size of this book, they refuse to read it because the size is that huge, and some of them suggest me that you should start teaching us from this book. That's how we'll be able to learn words easily. I'll try my level best to make things easier for you, but you have to actually press the like button to appreciate, or you can say to motivate me, so that I can actually bring more videos of such kind for you. Share the video with your friends, those who are actually preparing for any competitive exam, because you have to learn words and you have to improve or enhance your vocabulary. Someday or the other you have to start from somewhere. So you can start from this vocabulary video. This is going to be the first in our list. When I start this video, I expect that you have already subscribed the channel. If you have not till now, please do press the subscribe button along with that bell icon which is just there beside it. If you do that, that's how you'll receive notifications of all the exam relevant videos. Please watch the entire video. That's how you will gain a few words. Students, generally suggest, why this book? I am going to give you one solid and valid reason for the same. For example, how and what sort of questions are provided, what sort of help is provided by this book. I'm going to show it to you. What happens is, at times we read, but we get bored. When somebody presents it, probably it becomes easier for you, for us, for anybody to learn these words. That is how I am going to provide you the content like this. I am going to start with the first word, but before starting, I'll be actually giving you some information which is just you can say about the words only. When I start with OUS, you may have seen OUS in many words. Latin origin. If such word is there, if Latin origin is there, what does it mean? OUS means full of. OUS means full of. When I start with the first word, that first word is going to be obsequious. The first word is going to be obsequious. Look at the word and the spellings, and that OUS is there too. Now, if you wish to read the words through their origin, if you can learn them that way, things are going to be easier, believe me. When I say sequer is hidden in this word obsequious, and sequer means to follow. Sequer means to follow. Now, sequer is there in many words which you already are aware of. When I write sequence, you are already aware of the meaning of the word sequence. If something has to be organized in sequence, that means one after another. That means one is following the prior one. That means to follow, that meaning is maintained. If somebody tells you the sequel of this movie is going to be there soon, sequel, prequel, sequel, what is going to come next, what is going to follow. So sequel of a movie, sequel of a novel, so that's sequel. If you have heard the word subsequent, later on, subsequently, people have a habit of speaking, subsequent. You can see all these words have the origin sequer. That means they have something to do with the meaning to follow. The word obsequious means, obsequious means, now here also, the meaning is servile. If you wish to learn the word servile, servile can be called servant-like. That's how you will be able to retain the word servile also very easily. Servile, subordinate, servile, servant-like. Speak like that, that's how you'll be able to learn the word. So servile, subordinate. Now you need to understand, if somebody is, a servant to you, if somebody is a subordinate to you, that means that person is following you. Actually, people generally say, as that person is lower in rank from you, that is why that person remains eager to please you. He is following you. He is following you because the word sequer is there in obsequious. That is why that person, see in exams, when such a word is there, they try to relate this word with flattery. Somebody who's who's actually, praising or appreciating you for a reason, I am saying because that person is a subordinate. He is a servant like to you. He remains too eager to please you because he is actually following you. He is lower in rank from you. So I said obsequious, subordinate or servile. I hope you have learned this word by actually understanding the origin of it. That is obsequious. When I move to the next word, the word which is going to come on your screen now, it is very, very interesting. You will love this word. I'll actually, remove this and I'll write it down here. Even this word has OUS. I'll write it down here. The word is impecunious. The word is impecunious. First of all, when I wish to tell you, it is PECUNIOUS. That is what I, have written. My handwriting is such. Now, the origin is of pecus. The origin is of pecus. What does pecus mean? See, the origin is like Greek or Latin. You have to learn the origin, so that if you read these words somewhere outside and these words have the same origin as I'm teaching you right now, you'll be able to relate them and you'll be able to answer those questions out of the options very easily. And believe me, it is bound to happen. Pecus means cattle. Now you must be thinking that this has something to do with animals. No. Then what is the origin doing here? That means this origin is not going to help us at all. No, it is not that. What happens is, impecunious has the word pecus hidden in it. Pecus means cattle or animals. When somebody tells you cattle and animals, if a person has, that person is rich. Not now. In modern times, we don't assume that, if somebody has a lot many animals and that person is rich. No. In earlier times, olden times, what used to happen, that if somebody has a lot many animals, that person was considered rich. Yes, that was the definition of, somebody being rich for them. I am saying pecus means animals. If somebody possesses a lot many animals in olden times, that person was considered rich, not stocks, not shares. Somebody who possesses a lot many animals, that person was considered rich. Now the word becomes here is pecunious. Pecunious. Pecunious is a person who's rich. Pecunious is a person who's wealthy, a person who possessive a lot of money, a person who possessive a lot of money, a person who possessive lot of wealth, affluent. Pecunious because that person has a lot many pecus, animals, cattle. That is what I'm trying to convey here. So generally, what does it convey? Opposite of something. If somebody has money, pecunious. If somebody does not have money, impecunious. Impecunious. That means impecunious means pauper. Impecunious means poor. Impecunious means impoverished. A person who's not rich is impecunious. I hope this pecus got fixed in your brains now. Pecus means animals. Who has a lot many animals was considered rich during olden times. So pecunious is a person who has a lot of money. As per English dictionary also, you can cross check that. Impecunious, a person who's poor, a person who doesn't have money, that is impecunious. So prior to this word, we have actually read obsequious, and I told you try to relate this word obsequious with that word seeker, the person who's following you, who's your follower. He remains eager to please you. He's your servant. He's your subordinate. So that's how you are learning obsequious. Impecunious, because of the presence of pecus. A person who does not have money is impecunious. When I move to the third word, it is obstreperous. See, if you are watching till now, do press the like button for sure. This video in complete English medium is made for our students from South India, is made for our students from Northeast India. Those who are unable to understand Hindi well, we record a separate session in complete English medium for those students who are from Assam, Manipur, Karnataka, Kerala, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Those students who are unable to understand Hindi well. I am saying the word is obstreperous. Again, that OUS is there. What is this person full of? I'll show you that as well. Just keep this, part somewhere away. This word and this word. Now we are actually studying these words from their roots. Ob means against. Ob means against. Streper means to make noise. Streper is the origin here. Some people call it that strepier. S-T-R-E-P-E-R-E is the origin. So strepier or streper means to make noise. To make noise. Now, dear kids, what you need to understand that if somebody is making noise against something, that means that person is not speaking in favor of somebody. He is unmanageable. He is not manageable at all. He is unruly. He is unruly, he is unmanageable. He is unruly, he is unmanageable. Now, if you are not aware of the meaning, you wish to, see what happens is, let's say when somebody speaks a lot about one word, if you watch the entire video, what happens is when I'm speaking a lot about one video, I am narrating a story sort of. The concern is, when I speak that much about a word, that word is going to be fixed in your brains. So please listen to whatever I speak. Obstreperous, ob means against. Streper means to make noise. If that person is making noise, what is this noise about? He's against something, he's unruly, he's unmanageable. I will show you something. What happens is, if you look at this page, I have typed the word obstreperous here. The word obstreperous is here, and when I wish to highlight something for you, kindly look at these pictures. That's how probably you will be able to retain this word. Ob means against, streper means to make noise of, to make noise. Now you can see the synonyms here. They are written here. That unruly, unmanageable, disorderly. You can't discipline that person because he's against, he speaks against. That is why he makes noise about. And these are the words which actually convey the same idea, rebellious sort of. But the concern is, if you wish to learn this word, look at the pictures. Look at this picture. This is actually the right picture for the word obstreperous. Obstreperous. These are the pictures actually. This is the picture I wish to highlight here. This is the person, unruly, unmanageable. That is what obstreperous is. You can even look at this kid as well, the picture of this lady as well. When I actually show you this cartoon as well, even this cartoon gives you the information of obstreperous well. And when you look at this picture, even this picture gives you the same idea what obstreperous is. So obstreperous is unruly, unmanageable, rebellious. That is what obstreperous is. Let's move to the next page. Let's move to the fourth word now. We are done with obstreperous. I hope I was able to, convey the meaning of obstreperous. The fourth word here is supercilious. Very, very interesting word. And you will be able to retain this word very, very well throughout. I am telling you that. You'll be able to keep that in your brains forever. Let me, explain it the way I, try my level best. Let me explain it. Supercilious. First of all, break this word. Try to understand the root. The word has super in it. The word has cilium in it. The word has super in it. The word has cilium in it. As per even the book, Norman Lewis I was referring to, that book actually conveys the meaning like that. Super means above. Super means above. Cilium is the origin which is hidden here that you have to read. Cilium means eyelid. Now you need to understand, if somebody is like that, the person is actually keeping his eyelids above. Super means above. He considers himself above than other people, than other mankind. He's arrogant. He's pompous. He's showing others that I'm better than you. I am saying super means above. Cilious means eyelids. He keeps his brows, he keeps his eyelids above. He considers himself better than others. Supercilious is a person who is arrogant. Supercilious is a person who's arrogant, who's pompous. This is T. The fifth word is querulous. Now the origin hidden in this word is querer. Querer. You have to learn the words like that. Querer means to complain. Querer means to complain. Now, if you wish to learn the word querer or querulous, you can even relate the word in easier manner, which is not written in the book. You can relate this querulous with quarrel as well. Quarrel means you are able to, relate this word easily. Quarrel. See, if somebody quarrels, that person fights. Querulous is that same person who remains eager to fight actually. He is that sort of person who remains, who wants to fight with everybody. He's like keep on nagging, he's keep on complaining because the word querer is hidden in it. Querer, quarrel, you can even relate that quickly. Querulous, to complain. Querulous, querer means to complain. That's the origin. I told you at the start. The origin can be Greek, the origin can be Latin. That is what I'm actually, showing it to you, that querer means to complain. And when somebody remains in the process of making complaints all the time, that person is querulous. He is petulant. He is peevish. He has a habit of nagging. He has a habit of nagging. So that is what querulous means. That is what peevish, petulant, querulous means. So the first word I've taught you was obsequious. Too eager to please. The word had the origin from sequer. The second word I've taught you was impecunious, which had the origin from pecus. Pecus means animals. One who has a lot many animals. Pecunious, that means a rich, wealthy person. Impecunious, who's poor, does not have money. The third word I've taught you was obstreperous. I showed you the pics on Google as well. Obstreperous is actually unruly, unmanageable. That is what obstreperous means, where ob has the origin of against. Streper means to make noise, but the person is making noise against something, someone. The person is not manageable, he is rebellious in tendency. That is what obstreperous was. The fourth word was supercilious. Super means above. Cilium means eyelid. So a person who keeps his eyelids up, brows up, that person considers himself way above than others. That is why he is arrogant. So supercilious means arrogant. And querulous. Querulous, you can either relate the word with quarrel, fight, or querulous, you can actually learn it with the origin, that is querer. Querer means to complain. And if that person is like keep on nagging, keep on complaining, that querulous stands for petulant. The person remains in the process of making complaints about some person or the other. remains ready to fight as well. That is why I've actually, I was trying to relate this querulous with coral. So I hope I could help you to some extent. I'll be bringing more videos if you press the like button, because that's how you can motivate me. I'll try to help you. You keep liking the video and share the video with your friends. Thank you so much for watching till now.